Welcome to Tallahassee, Florida, and Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some great Heisman Trophy winners, legendary coaches, and today the Seminole War Chant will be rocking this place. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Seminoles will kick it off to get us underway. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. The give to the back. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Really nice run there. No, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Welcome, everyone, to the home of the War Chant, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, a place simply known to some as the Doak. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Seminoles will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all up.
Going over the top. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. First down here for the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite-level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. And the Noles will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes that Alabama offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. through the air. It's Burks. They're trying to get to him. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Working that left side now. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big third down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
He's going for a big play downfield. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
The incompletion brings up a second down. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He makes the connection. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. Rushing right up the middle and allowing him to get outside, it's going to be a tough task.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. That's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And a quick shuffle pass underneath.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a 3rd down conversion to avoid punt. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Yeah, and I like teams that are aggressive. When offenses go empty and spread you out, you only got so many guys to protect your quarterback, and the linebacker comes through and hammers the quarterback and gets the sack.
Quick step and go. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Tide offense rolls onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
He's got it inside the 25. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tide. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 7, Florida State 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Give to the running back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth-quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And the Seminoles will send out the punt unit. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Using his feet to buy time. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
To the ground with the back. Finds his way for 3 after the 33.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Burks. He'll fire to his right. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he tied. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there getting set.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Can anyone catch him? The 30, the 20. Sprinting all the way, he'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He slings it deep to the left. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the air, it's Burks. Trying to get to it. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He'll pull it down. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got his man on the right.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back got the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle, and now set up 4th.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And it's no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead of 14. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Looking to throw for it. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing this second.
They're bringing heat. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Looking for more room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Now on second down. Dropping back, it's Burks. Coming after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Sends it downfield. Makes the grab at the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Alabama pushing the tempo. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The clock will stop. He has to regroup on the sideline. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They want to run this quarterback. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
Alabama, number 1 in the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll give it to the back. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. They're really spinning that wheel of fortune here. 2-possession game going for the onside kick here in the third. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Here comes that Alabama offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Burks. Throws toward the end zone. And that pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. They'll try the run. He breaks the tackle. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the run in the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got an open man. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
2nd down coming up. They go to the ground. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes a connection. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Seminoles are threatening in the red zone.
42 spike on.
A run for the quarterback. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
A little too much juice on that.
The receiver.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On third down, going up top. Quick strike complete. Gets away from one. He's got space. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. This offense has a second down play. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bermudez. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we see.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. All kinds of running room. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Quarterback will keep it. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line. Dropping back, it's Weaver. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And that's the second time he's gotten to the quarterback following the legacy of those great Crimson Tide pass rushers like Will Anderson, like Ryan Anderson or Tim Williams, or the great Derek Thomas or Cornelius Bennett, who could get to the quarterback.
I like it. You're running out of oxygen naming all those guys. and that's what they do. They're a pressure defense, and they're going to come after the quarterback. They ain't going to give you time to find open guys to beat their DBs, and they got so many great pass rushers that don't really like quarterbacks, so I really like them.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. The expressway is wide open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Noles come to the line in the hurry-up.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
He's got his man. Snowed under by the defense.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Running back goes in motion. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired. And
I think that's the difficulty being a play call. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Quarterback all over the place trying to make a play, but eventually he goes down.
And come on now, O-line. got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one to get you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Alabama pushing the tempo. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
And that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ballgame, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Dropping back, it's Weaver. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
When you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback and make sure he doesn't scramble and make big plays like this with his feet.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Tide. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Takes the easy one to the back. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what...
Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And the punishment has been extended. Getting aggressive here and going for 2. The give. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the 2-point conversion. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Now they'll try the right side.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. The sure hands. It's damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback moving. Going to try to get it himself. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up.
He hurls one deep down the left side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. Timeout is called with just a single second left. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. And the kick splits the uprights, so at least they salvage that. Time has expired. 3 points on total. Still coming up well short, and this one is all over. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from
This is what we've been waiting for, folks. This is the game of the week, and the anticipation, the energy have been building. Both teams have circled this game on their schedule. Two of college football's elite colliding here in a matchup of top 5 teams early in the season. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 4th-ranked team, the San Diego State Aztecs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Alabama will kick it off to get us underway. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team.
San Diego State Aztecs will take over 1st and 10.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Shoots to get past a man. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
First down here for this offense. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Boy, the linebacker is really the quarterback of the defense on this play. Diagnosed that read quickly and executed it flawlessly. He just flew in and blew up the option play for a loss.
After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long from their 25. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He's going to take off here. Breaking free at the 35. He's swarmed by the defense.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And he's going to finally head out of bounds. You talk about flipping the field and setting up his offense in tremendous field position. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Here comes a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense. Because the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Back to pass. It's Burks. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. That's an explosive gain. They've got him, but the gain all the way to the 28. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Second down, we're going to throw it. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's an incompletion here. I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Direct snap to the back. He's got room looking for the end zone. And he stopped just short down at the 2, but an excellent run. The Tide offense line up here on 1st and goal. They go with a direct snap. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Bama. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
That makes the score Alabama 7, San Diego State 0.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. The kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. The San Diego State offense on the field now. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The pass is intercepted. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Touchdown, Alabama. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT.
Scores for the defense.
PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Change the pre-snap look now. Offense appeared to be confused about the snap count there. It'll cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
It is complete. What near the sideline.
Well, if you're not careful as a quarterback, this is the kind of route that defensive back wants to jump and get in front of for an interception and maybe a touchdown going the other way. But this time, the receiver runs it well, brings it in, and then gets out of bounds.
They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
The Aztecs with 1st and 10 here. Looking to chuck it again. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They bring him down after a short gain there. That completion makes it 2nd and medium.
The slant is a great way to get the ball to your receiver against man coverage, especially if you feel like you've got an advantage on the matchup. Easy throw and completion for the quarterback and receiver.
Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's how I'm going to bring up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Looking for his big tight end. He's got his man wide open. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
And the Aztecs pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. As a design quarterback keeper. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Aztecs. Let's see if this score, Kirk, can breathe. Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a... The officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. Second down and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, San Diego State. And now here comes the point after attempt. To make the extra point, cut the lead to 14-7. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments to prevent that this time. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. Backfield is empty here for second and inches. Back to pass. It's Burks. Receiver makes the catch. Looks like Alabama will have the first down. A new set of downs after that completion. And looking to throw now on first down. Makes a quick grab.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to three receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Quick throw to the left. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch, does get the foot down. Alabama comes up with the line quickly.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receivers. That's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. Boy, they've got some great-looking receivers on this squad.
Well, he finally goes out of bounds down inside the 10, but that play sets up this offense in good scoring position.
It sure does. What a great play of creating momentum for this offense. Now you want to see if they give this back a chance to put it into the end zone now that they're first and
all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tide. So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14.
That makes the score Alabama 21, San Diego State 7.
Now they get set to kick it away.
Set to kick this one away.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Aztecs offense back on the field now. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient, precise. bringing pressure. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. One play moves the ball to the 44. It'll be first down.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend...
Lofting it toward the left sideline. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on. Offense getting set. It's second down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. They look to throw it here on second down. He's going to take another shot right here. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. And one final play before the end of the quarter. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's long. That's a big gain, finally brought down near the 37.
21. San Diego State, 7.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete. The Aztecs come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. Well, they're going to go for it, try to keep the drive going. 4th down and 7. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Finds an open target on the left side. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this fourth down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
Ball handed off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Makes the throw across the middle of the field. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will get the offense the football at the 46. Here comes the San Diego State offense back out there. Off the play fake on first down. On the move, looking deep. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Aztecs. PHC is good. They still trail, though. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
21, San Diego State, 14.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Brought down to the 32, so good job by the returner there.
And the Alabama offense will take over.
First play of the drive now. They'll start from the 32. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
By the running back. Picks up 1. Brings up 2nd down.
Quarterback operating an empty set. Looking to pass. It's Burks. Looking to scramble. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Now the offense will spend the timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. And he's got his man open downfield. Tackled across midfield at the 48, good enough for a first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
And it's a bunch formation. The DB is backing off from the line now. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up first downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case.
And he powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
28, San Diego State, 14.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. This one will be fair caught. San Diego State offense on the field now. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another 3rd down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. The ball snagged for a completion. They've got him, but that completion good enough for 1st down yardage. And the Aztecs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Just throw the ball away, see what happens on this next down.
Ball handed off. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And looking for a big play here. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th. The Aztecs will send their punt team onto the field.
Well, they go to the air to try to pick up this 1st down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this 4th down situation.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Receiver makes the grab. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Trying to extend the play. Using his legs here. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
The secondary backed up off the ball now. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll take a deep shot. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. That's a big gain. The offense is threatening now. Spot the ball at the 22. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Pass caught. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a 1st down.
Alabama's offense now lining up on 1st and goal. Catch made on the right side. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
2nd and goal. Look at this. They come out in a 5-wide formation. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama. Here comes the point after attempt. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. The Aztecs offense back on the field now. Backed up this close to the red zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the 2nd half. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And he just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. On the run, he'll let it go. He's got it for a big gain. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. And the Aztecs begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. First down. They're going to throw the football. Trying to create outside the pocket now. The pass ball is incomplete. We're trying to extend the play, but nobody open.
Well, there aren't very many things that can get to a quarterback of this magnitude. But I think it's safe to say that good pressure by the defense can get to any quarterback.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Back to throw. It's Burks. Throws it to the right. He pulls it in for a big gain. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Nice gain. Moves the ball to the 47. Another first down. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Going to try to use his legs here. He makes the grab. And the tackle is made, but let's check out what this flag is about. Not a penalty called too often in football, but we see it here. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Linebacker shifting around now. They get the second half started with the running play. The ball carrier taken down, but there's a flag on the field. Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man.
That is a close call. Almost brought down inside his own end zone for a safety. He's fortunate to be able to get out of there and avoid the safety.
First down sack, pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. Backed up at the one, he's going to throw it. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Under the heavy rush, this is not an ideal punt. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Here comes the San Diego State offense back out there. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Inside the 30 now. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State. And they'll set up with a PAT. PAT cuts it to a 14-point game, 35-21. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 23, brought it out and tried to make a play, but good coverage that time. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Corners back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. To get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Boy, another nice gain by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Dropping back, it's Burks. Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. But the junior quarterback inaccurate that time, threw it behind the receiver.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
State offense on the field now. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? Defense is coming after him. On the junior gets home, making a sack there.
A loss of 13 on the play. Brings up second down.
So it's second down and long here from the 13. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Gets hauled in here over the middle. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. It's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line, because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route. And the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
The Aztecs getting set on 1st and 10. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Important second down play coming up. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. The Aztecs will send the punt team onto the field. Looking to flip the field here. And the punt coverage team able to touch it, so no return on the play.
Well, the coverage unit does their job here. They're fired up, and they should be. Of course, the punter got some help from his friend, the football, right? What a kick to set them up in a good spot for the defense to go to work.
Looking downfield, it's Burks. He's escaping the pocket now. It's going to be incomplete, trying to make something happen on the run, but nobody open.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, Could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver.
You know, Chris, if we would have told Bear Bryant that Alabama would have a wide receiver that won a Heisman in recent years, I don't think he would have believed us. But that's where we are. They've been some great ones in the past. We're seeing some great-looking receivers on this unit right now.
Breaks into the clip. Oh, and now he fumbles the ball. The ball bounces out of bounds, so the offense will hold on to possession.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Alabama comes up with the line quickly. Locates the tight end. It's complete. But a huge collision. Blow delivered there by the linebacker.
Picks up 6. Brings up 4th down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score Alabama 35, San Diego State 21.
So here we go. We'll start the 4th quarter with a field goal attempt. Field goal try, no good. He missed it. The lead remains at 14 after the miss.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
The Aztecs offense back on the field now. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. Can they begin to click now? Looking to pass here. And he's hit right as he throws it. Not complete.
It leads to 2nd down.
Second down after that previous play. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. They finally make the tackle, but the big gain moves the ball across midfield to the 47.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
3rd down play for this offense.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time.
Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Aztecs. And the comeback continues. That's a crucial score, Kirk. Makes it a one-possession game and makes the stretch run of this very interesting.
Yeah, now the pressure turns to their opponent and their offense. Momentum is starting to tilt, and it's your job to go into your 4-minute offense. But I'd expect this defense to be extra aggressive to try to get this ball back.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. The Alabama offense onto the field. The linebacker shifting around now. ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. They bring him down, but what an explosive play.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down. Here's the second down play. Looking downfield, it's Burks. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the...
He's got some room. Can he get there? Touchdown, Alabama. Still no answer for this offense. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
42, San Diego State, 28.
And here's the return from inside the 5. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Here comes the San Diego State offense back out there. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Got the first down, now looking for more. Tackle made at the 24 as they begin to put a drive together. The Aztecs looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Loses 3. Brings up second down.
The loss sets up a second and long from the 20. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. Throws to the tight end. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, tied.
Chris, you think this guy, when he went to bed last night at the team hotel, thought he would score not 1, not 2, but 3 rushing touchdowns in one game? What a day.
He'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he'll make it into the end zone to increase the lead even more.
So they decide to run it in on the 2-point conversion, and it turns out to be the right call. Put 2 up on the board.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Set to advance on the football.
And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. The San Diego State offense on the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He's looking deep here. And he's got it! A diving catch way downfield. Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle.
What a great catch by that receiver, Chris. He lays out and comes down with it, and the quarterback is the beneficiary.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Quick throw, testing the middle. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Oh, man. For him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Extending the play now. Makes the 1st down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end. And the Aztecs will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. On the run, he'll let it go. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State. Now the try for the 2-point conversion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. And it's caught in the end zone for a 2-point conversion to cut into this lead. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football. So here comes the Alabama offense back out of the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments? Come up with a stop here. He's moving out of the pocket. The junior trying to take his shot, but overthrows his man.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
This time, a completion. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. No huddle here for the offense. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a 1st down.
Well, the defense gets these guys to 3rd down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the 1st down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to throw. It's Burks. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This offense really clicking.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He'll return it from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. The Aztecs offense back on the field now. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better.
And here comes a deep shot. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's 3rd down. The Aztecs will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. He'll drop back here on 3rd down. Quarterback escapes the pocket. The catch is made for a huge pickup. The tackle is finally made, but a huge gain. He'll spot the ball near midfield at the +49. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking to scramble. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. Caught near the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Aztecs.
Man, I love this because I don't think they're going to have a chance to come all the way back. But here we are, under 2 minutes to go, and they continue to show. Who knows? Maybe you cover an onside kick and you get right back in it.
I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. Oh, and the onside kick works to perfection. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. 1st down here for this offense. Linebackers moving around trying to confuse the offense. And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Trying to extend the play. Lets it go quickly. And it's intercepted with a desperation throw here. It's a short return. They bring it down to the 22, but this defense steps up and makes a big play.
That's just a poor decision by the offensive coordinator and the quarterback. Working with the lead, run the football here and work the clock. Instead, throws it into coverage. Now they got a chance to get right back in the game.
He's running out of time here. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. 2nd down play now coming up. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. Oh, and almost intercepted again. A chance for a 4th pick. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a...
He's going for a big play downfield. And the pass is dropped. Incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. It's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go.
And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Oh, and they cannot connect. Really needed that completion. Instead, it's a turnover on downs.
Chris, I understand being down a couple scores. It's 4th down. You've got a good field position. Hey, let's keep this drive alive. I understand why you go for it. Unfortunately, not able to execute it. This could cost him the ball game.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponent...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bama. Now they'll empty the backfield on this 2-point conversion. It's Burks. He's moving out of the pocket. And he makes it into the end zone to add 2 more to the lead.
No issue here. Quarterback decides to call his own number on the conversion and gets it done.
Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Number 16, set to kick off.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Catch made way downfield. That's going to help the Staffs a little bit, but won't make a difference in the outcome. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
Offense looking to throw the ball. The pass rush throws a fastball, but it's intercepted. Past the 50. Out past the 30. The 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. It's a pick 2. When have you ever seen that before? As the two-point try backfires big time.
67, San Diego State.
Well, really entertaining one. It was fun one to call. They get the W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either of these teams on the offensive side. They put on a great show. But for the two defenses, especially the losing squad, you can't imagine their coach is too happy with their performance.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.